Batisi TV Lone Rashapi Daka Frank Motors Kajaka Dekali Gabatamai Junka Tata Motors Halatko Ni Shillong Ringkat Bakanet Foodish Ordar Mapi Ninwan Ramani Hakir Dobiying Jompi
Ka Menteri Khana Jong Sorkar Pedang ke Bapak ka Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment ka Pratima Bhomik ha ka sngi ba jong ka khanyo tre ujmang arajar arpuar kala pripat ba ya ki Jinghikai shaki Briew ki Duna Dkhotmet hapo ka Composite Regional Center Shillong Lyngba ka video conferencing ha ka Jinghilang bulalong ha ususo tham auditorium Shillong kani ka Jinghikai shaki Briew ki Duna Dkhotmet ka dailing ba ka Jinghikai lang bat ka NEI PMD Chennai ringkat lang bat ka Department of Empowerment of Person with Disabilities jong ka Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment ke Sarkar India. Hakini ke lang la sakhilang do Menteri jong katnat Social Welfare u ba Kerman Shila ka MLA jong ka East Shillong Constituency ka Dr. M. Amprin Lingdo ka Secretary jong ka Department of Empowerment of Person with Disabilities ka Sarkar India ka Anjali Bhaura u Principal Secretary jong katnat ka Kwai Kakya Sampat Kumar ka Commissioner for Persons with Disabilities ka Sarkar Jilla ka Sabrela B Marang u Director jong ka NEI PMD Chennai u Nachi Keta Raud bat kiwi.
The greatness of a nation is judged by how it treats the weakest section of the society. India since the millennia has been the forerunner in this. In modern India, our Constitution Article 15 clearly entitles the prohibition of discrimination on the grounds of religion, race, caste, sex or place of birth. Although discrimination on the grounds of disability is not mentioned there, a major leap was taken up by the RPWD Act 2016, which clearly mentioned in Section 3 and 4 of the Act that any act of discrimination against people with disabilities would be treated seriously. And the Act as well empowers by elaborating various means so as to enable people with disabilities to become an active member of the society and a productive member. To translate this principle of empowerment into reality, the Government of India, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities, has been establishing composite centers, composite regional centers to address the holistic womb-to-tomb needs for persons with disabilities. May it be early intervention or may it be care for any other form of disability, visual disability, hearing disability, locomotor disability, intellectual disability, all the 21 forms of disabilities. We are privileged to have one of these composite regional centers established at Shillong. And today we all have come together to inaugurate the services of Crc-Shillong.
आज का सीआरसी का जो इनॉग्रेशन हो रहा है जहां पर हम सब सर्विसेज के बारे में एक पहल करने जा रहे हैं उसके लिए मैं आप सब लोगों को धन्यवाद भी देती हूं. I would like to share my views about Divyangjan and the activities that we are doing, and I hope that the CRC will be able to anchor all those activities for the state of Meghalaya. Number one, I would like to say that this CRC will definitely help in creating a quality manpower, human resource in the state of Meghalaya. Secondly, in the due course of time, we will be able to provide services for all the 21 disabilities that have been notified in the Act, so that the people of that region can come to CRC and get the quality rehabilitation services. My third point will be, I will request NIPMET Chennai, which is an anchor institute here, to provide and extend the help and the assistance to all the needy persons there, either through video conferencing or physically. We need to organize a lot of activities in CRC Shillong so as to make it a real leading institute in that area. I would like to share one more point, that is the capacity building of NGOs. As it has been indicated that a lot of NGOs are working in this area, and we are one department who cannot go ahead without the help and cooperation and assistance of NGOs. So we would like to have the capacity building of NGOs so that they can avail government grant also for their programs, and it can expand its activities in various areas in the inner areas or the internal villages of the state. With these words, I would also like to thank the state of Meghalaya for giving 10 acres of land to build a permanent CRC center in Shillong. And I'm very hopeful that we will be able to start its work in due course very shortly. And we will again reassemble for the foundation stone of that building. This is what my vision, what I feel that we should be, this should be the roadmap ahead. With these words, I would again like to thank all the dignitaries who have made this occasion such a special occasion for us, and congratulate and my best wishes to the CRC Shillong for going ahead with its activities in all the areas. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
So we have, I think we are very fortunate that, Shillong has been attracting, has been becoming a center, a regional center for many such initiatives, and they go a long way, especially for the development of the state and also the entire northeastern region. So having said this one, I also wanted to say a few words on this, importance of why actually we have to really focus on empowerment of persons with disability. See, as per the WHO, I think these figures are really, astonishing. 600 million people across the globe actually are suffering from disabilities, as per the WHO estimates. So that is quite a huge, number, and these are essentially due to chronic diseases, injuries, violence, infectious diseases, malnutrition, and other causes related to poverty. So it's also a problem of a public health, and it's also a problem of socio-economic status of the people. So we need to address those issues at the source to really see a change in terms of the empowerment of Divyangjan. So the government of Meghalaya is working on that direction of a holistic approach. So we have now been working very systematically to organize all the people, especially the rural areas. We have about 80% rural population lives. We have organized almost every household into women self-help groups to provide a support systems. So, and economically, so now these women groups are actually, economically empowered, taking care of children, taking care of malnutrition. So all these things would definitely lead systematically in empowering people. So I'm sure this CRC, what has come and what has been given by the Government of India, to the state and also to the region, I think it is a great thing that has happened to all of us, and we really grateful for this initiative by the Government of India. And I thank everyone, and I'm sure like state government would really leverage and work very closely with the CRC to provide the services to the people of our state and the region.
अभिनंदन करती हूँ आज की CRC शिलोंग को उद्घाटन समारोह में मंचासीन महानुभाव किरमन सोला जी, लिंगडोल जी, नचिकेता राय जी और हमारी जो दिव्यांग सशक्तिकरण विभाग की सचिव, जिनकी बहुत एक्टिवली हमको मदद करते हैं, ऐसे हमारी सचिव अंजलि भावरा जी और महानुभाव डिजिटल माध्यम से जुड़े हुए संस्थान की फैकल्टी, आमंत्रित अतिथिगण और मीडिया की मित्रों, और इसी ऑडिटोरियम में जो हमारे दिव्यांगजन भाई बहन पेरेंट्स जो आए हैं, सबको बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन आज के CRC के लिए। आज हम एक अस्थायी रूप से एक CRC का शुभारंभ यहाँ पे किया है, जिसके लिए IEPMD का भी मैं अभिनंदन करती हूँ और मैं आशा करती हूँ आज से जैसे मैं उपस्थित हुई हूँ वर्चुअली, अगले कुछ दिनों के अंदर अति शीघ्र हम लोग 10 एकड़ भूमि जो हमारी मेघालय गवर्नमेंट हमको दिया है, उसमें भूमि पूजन के लिए अति शीघ्र हम लोग उपस्थित होंगे और सब मिलके एक स्थायी भवन का हम उद्घाटन भी हम लोग करेंगे टाइम फ्रेमिंग में। इसी सीआरसी में हमारे जो दिव्यांगजन है सबको सुविधा मिलेगी। इसमें दिव्यांगजन का संसाधन जो दीर्घ उसको अल्पकालीन पाठ्यक्रम लंबा का जो पाठ्यक्रम का भी व्यवस्था उनको मिलेगा। दिव्यांगजन सशक्तिकरण के लिए एडिप का हो, सिब्डा का हो, यूडीआईडी कार्ड हो, सबको वहां से सेवा उनको उपलब्ध होगा। हम सब जानते हैं 2014 के पहले हम जब दिव्यांगजन, उसको दिव्यांगजन से हम बोलते नहीं थे, हम उसको विकलांग बोलते थे। लेकिन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का इतना एक अच्छा एक सोच के दौरान उन्होंने पूरा जो विकलांग बोलते थे सब इस सोसाइटी को उन्होंने दिव्यांग बोल के इतना सम्मानित किया है। आज इसी शब्द से हमारे जितने दिव्यांगजन भाई बहन हैं अपने आप को सम्मानित महसूस करते हैं। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में और हमारी कैबिनेट के मंत्री वीरेंद्र कुमार जी के, डॉक्टर वीरेंद्र कुमार जी के मार्गदर्शन में हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं। आगे चल के एसीएससी हमारी मेघालय का, मिजोरम का भी, जो भी हमारा स्टेट है संलग्न सब स्टेट का दिव्यांगजनों को बहुत सुविधा, बहुत लाभ मिलेगा। मैं ऐसे आशा करती हूँ और सबको आज जो इतना सुंदर कार्यक्रम आप लोगों ने किया है, आप सबको बधाई देता हूँ। आगे चल के बहुत ही शीघ्र आप भूमि पूजन भी करेंगे और 1-1.5 साल के भीतर इस सीआरसी का अपना स्थायी बिल्डिंग का भी हम उद्घाटन करके हमारा दिव्यांगजन भाई बहन को स्थायी एक बिल्डिंग देंगे। ऐसा बोलते हुए सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करती हूँ। नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
I'm very delighted firstly to see the participation of all these young citizens of Meghalaya, people with disabilities also participating in this important program. When I did look at the drop-down menu of the CRC here in Shillong, I could see that there would be several activities initiated to ensure that people with disabilities have a fair chance to life in the state of Meghalaya. I can see that all of these activities will truly be a concerted effort to include all persons with disability, giving them a fair chance to survive and to live a dignified life. At this present time, we must remember that we in the state of Meghalaya have miles to go before we can say confidently that people with disabilities have been attended to and taken care of. We must insist in the years to come that the issue of job reservation for people with disabilities becomes a main agenda for the government of Meghalaya. We can see that facilities for people with disabilities is still inadequate in and around the state of Meghalaya. Just yesterday, I was traveling in my vehicle. It was very painful to see a person in a wheelchair actually traveling in the thoroughfare and main road of Lyngba. It was very painful, but this is an opportunity for us to recognize this urgent need for the government of Meghalaya to ensure that we take opportunities for people with disability to the furthest extent possible. The other day, I had a very bad flu, sometime around the 5th and 6th of May. And when my flu became better, I actually had a very bad ear infection. Till today, I'm having that infection where my hearing is very disturbed. It gives me that opportunity to actually come down to reality and think of the kind of difficulties that people with disability actually go through. I'm just having an ear infection. I can't hear properly on my left ear. It's disturbing my life so much. Imagine the lives of people who have to live that way every day of their lives. I come here with goodwill. I come here to lend support. I come here to be a part of this program that will see that people with disabilities are attended to. I'm happy to see that there is a large component of education and skill development for people of this category of citizens. We must work hard. Every constituency in the state of Meghalaya must ensure that they are a part of this good venture to empower the different people in our communities who have these disabilities. In my interaction with the people of my constituency, from time to time, I see a new disability which is getting recognized in the community, the autistic children. We must do something to ensure that we are able to help children with this disability, because when you look at them, you will never believe that they are people with disability. But when you sit and you see the kind of disability that you have, you will have no choice but to make sure that you do something for them. I'm here to partner with the program, and if there's anything I can do for this program, please involve me, because I now realize that people with disability in large numbers are ignored and living quietly in their homes. Meghalaya has now achieved a second stage of recognition of people with disability. Today, parents who have children with disabilities are no longer ashamed to talk about the disability of their children. This is a good growth, a good development. It is for us people in government, people in office, public offices, who can help change their lives and partner with all the NGOs, the parents who are already on the ground working. Thank you so much for having me here. I wish this program all success. Jai Hind, Khublai, Mithila.
I am beyond humble and honored to be part of the inauguration of Crc-Shillong, which will serve to fulfill the needs of persons with disabilities in Meghalaya. CRCs have been established in many other states, and they all are working for skill development, rehabilitation, and providing empowerment to the person with disabilities. Our Meghalaya government is providing 10 acres of land for Crc-Shillong at Sauli, and also helping them in setting up early intervention center. I hope that Crc-Shillong will be able to serve the Divyangjan of all 21 categories. There are various important initiatives by the state government for the welfare of Divyangjan, such as organizing a DIP camp and distributing assistive aids and appliances, universal ID card for Divyangjan, which will be valid all over the country for the needs of Divyangjan, and Accessible India campaign is also in progress nationwide, which enable Divyangjan to move smoothly at the railway station, bus stand, airport, and are important public place. Divyangjan are also being provided skill development and then soft loan also. PWDs with more than 80% disability are being provided motorized tricycle for their smooth movement. Financial assistance, including scholarship, are also provided to the Divyangjan students to pursue their education without any hassle. With Crc-Shillong, the overall development of Divyangjan in the state of Meghalaya will be made easier. I hope that it will also encourage and support the person engaged in the welfare activities of Divyangjan in the state. We want Crc-Shillong to make a difference within the state, in the community, in the eyes of the public and in the history and produce results that we can be proud of. We will continue to support Crc-Shillong to live up to its full potential in proceeding excellence work. I sincerely thank the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment for establishing CRC in Meghalaya. Thank you for your kind attention and congratulations to all of you. God bless you, Bon. Thank you, Mithila.